Northern Ireland 1, USA 2. Man, it is gutting whenever your luck just goes against you completely. I'm StattoJoe. You are a legend for watching this video. And if you're new to the channel, why not hit the subscribe button that's below me? Give this video a like. Share to your mates if you want. I don't mind. And in the description, there are the links to my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. If you want to go like and follow them, I'd really, really appreciate it. The Twitter's been doing bits recently, actually, so just thank you. If you came from Twitter to watch this, thanks so much for following the page. I really, really appreciate it. We're so close to 100 followers on Twitter, so if you want to help me out with that, go follow Twitter, at StattoJoe. You're a legend. Yeah, this game, let's just dive straight into this game, because to be honest with you, it's difficult to watch a game whenever you're the better team to then lose 2-1. USA's 2 goals, totally dubious. I mean, the first one was just a deflection that was just unfortunate. And I think it was USA's first attempt on goal. You know, that kind of sums that up. The second one was a penalty. Absolutely never a penalty. Pulisic, you were trying to get out of Daniel Ballard's back pocket and you somehow managed to convince the ref that you got tripped. Disgraceful, really. Ballard was fantastic today. And I just want to chat about their teams, about both teams, because the teams, to me, this is what's really interesting, right? So USA are 22nd in the world ranking, Northern Ireland are 45th. Okay, because Northern Ireland haven't had a great run of form, kind of struggled with the results. You look at this USA team, it's pretty much their first team. Pulisic, Reina, Dest, Anthony Robinson, these are household names. Zach Steffen, even who's Man City's second goalkeeper. These are household names, right? Look at the Northern Ireland team. Second goalkeeper, a second back four, a second front two, pretty much a second string midfield apart from Corey Evans. Like, we're playing our second team, and easily we're the better team in that game. There's no question, I don't think, about whether this is whether this was, what am I trying to say here? Whether this was a dominant display from Northern Ireland. This doesn't really represent how the game was played, because this has got us in a 4-4-2 where we played more of a 3-5-2. But I thought there were some great performances. I think in the first 10 minutes, I think Matthew Kennedy sort of gave that left-hand side a bit too much room. They were sort of getting in behind quite easily. But you see, from about 15 minutes on, we were all over them. We had so many chances. I thought Shane Lavery plays in the Irish League, and he looked pretty comfortable out there. I thought he played really well. I don't think it's unfair to say that he had a good game. I thought Lafferty played well as well. He just, that chance, those chances, they're the type of chances that we can't afford to be missing in the games against Bulgaria, against Lithuania. It's a good thing this was a friendly, I suppose, in that we're able to try new things. A completely new team, they're playing for their places in Wednesday night's game, and I think that showed. I think they played really well. As for USA, they didn't do much for me. They just did a lot of fouling. They got lucky with their 2 goals. I don't know. I think they got away with one today, personally. Niall McGinn's goal was fantastic. It really was. Really delighted for him to get that goal as well. But we can't be relying on goals from the players who are going to be leaving us soon. This is going to be McGinn's last campaign. It's going to be Lafferty's last campaign. What I think was encouraging for me was the majority of this team that were out are like the future team. So these are your team of the future. Daniel Ballard's going to be a star. I mean, he was so solid at the back. Can't praise him enough, to be honest. If we just go to BBC Sport, Sofa Sport didn't really do stats because it wasn't an important game. It's a friendly. You're not going to cover it. But BBC Sport have some of the stats here. It's just minimal, but enough that we can sort of get an idea. USA were always going to dominate possession. Northern Ireland are not a possession-based team, really. 60-40 isn't bad, actually, in terms of the split. And equal in shots. That's what we're looking for from a Northern Ireland perspective. Getting shots at goal. Yes, only 3 on target, but still getting shots on. We were the better team. We were good up front. USA had a lot of shots towards the end of the game, and Hazard played well to sort of keep those out. And as well as that, we had a couple of mistakes from the US attackers. But the fouls, USA fouled a lot in the first half. It felt like the Northern Ireland midfield had the better of them, and they just had to foul to keep them in the game. And I found that quite interesting. I also think as well, we played some really, really good football. And I feel nothing but encouragement from that game. I really don't. But I think it's disappointing that we didn't get some sort of result because we did play better. Um, but I do think in a lot of ways we have no luck. You look at the first goal, so unlucky. You look at the second goal, never a penalty. You know, unlucky with a few of the chances. Unlucky with some decisions that were made. It was just all round, just bad luck. I was encouraged from that performance personally. I think we can take a lot from that game into the Bulgaria game. I hope that the guys on the bench, the regulars, were watching and with intent and seeing what works. Um, at times, maybe if we were to improve on anything, it would be there was a bit too much sitting back for my liking. We allowed a lot of pressure on, but apart from that, I thought we played some great football. I thought we had the better of them at times up front, and I thought Dion Charles, when he came on, played well, and Shane Lavery played well. And I think if we can develop them into better players, like even better, that they could be good goal scorers for us in the future, potentially. I just thought there was a glimmer of hope there, personally. But what did you think about that? Let me know in the comments. Obviously, we have a massive game against Bulgaria on Wednesday night. I think it was really encouraging that Jamal Lewis came on. I'm a big fan of Jamal Lewis. I know I'm biased as a Newcastle fan, but I think Jamal Lewis, when he plays for Northern Ireland, is miles better than he plays for Newcastle. Not because he can't cope with Premier League level, but more because he's managed way better at Northern Ireland. He's given more freedom, and I think it's great that he's going to be fit enough to play. Again, Paddy McNair, ever reliable. He had a good while when he came on, and now McGinn got his goal. And Dion Charles, I thought, played really well. But they were just my immediate thoughts on the game. What did you think? Let me know in the comments. And I just want to give a big shout out. If you're a Northern Ireland fan and this isn't long enough, and that's fair enough, I get it. It's only, 7, 8 minutes long, if even. I get it. It might not be long enough. Spirit of 2016 podcast. Give them a check out. Fantastic podcast. Their podcast will be up not long after this video. I'll link their channel and things in the description below if you want to check them out. Some great podcasts. Really great stuff from Andy and his guests. Always really good. Let's get a petition to get me on. I'm really joking. But yeah, he does a great podcast. I can't recommend it enough. And there are my thoughts. I'm going to be back with a lot of coverage before the Bulgaria game. Expect to see a video outside Windsor Park on my Twitter. It's in the description. And yeah, really encouraging performance. Hopefully we can get a result on Wednesday night. And I'll see you for then.